And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hi, welcome to another episode of my Monday night live podcast. Because it's Monday night, the 18th of March. It's 9 p.m. French time, and we are live. Here we go. It's Monday the 18th, which means yesterday was Sunday the 17th of March, which is St. Patrick's Day. So a belated happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone for the occasion. I've got myself a Guinness, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. We're going to do this. We're going to do a Guinness. Oh, I mean, you got to do a Guinness on St. Patrick's Day. So cheers to everyone, all my fellow Irish people. I know I don't sound Irish, but I'm half Irish. Thanks, Mum. Feck off, you feckin' gobshite, as it says behind me on my wall in green. Oh, you know what we should do before we get into it? I should give you some Irish insults. Hold on. I've got them. I've got a book of Irish insults, ladies and gentlemen. Let's scroll through. Let's do two because we're feeling good on St. Patrick's Day. Number one, his mind is so open that ideas simply pass through it. His mind is so open that ideas simply pass through it. That's great. I mean, that's a pretty easygoing insult there. Means he's an absolute moron, according to the book. Right, let's do another random page. Let's do here. Right. Her looks improve with distance. Meaning she's an ugly woman. I guess you could masculinize it as well. His looks improve with distance. I feel like those are pretty easy insults that we've got to have a better one than that. Let's have it. These are all really nice. What's going on here? He had a face on him as long as a donkey's back leg. He's a dour gobshite, is what we're saying there. Anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day. Cheers, everyone. With a real look at that Guinness. Look at that. I mean, that's what we want, isn't it? Cheers, everyone. Whoo! Right, before we get going, I thought I would just let you know where you can find me live on stage. My show, I'm bringing Paul Taylor and Friends back, ladies and gentlemen, to Paris. It's all in English this time. It used to be a bilingual affair where I'd have two friend comedians who are French to English, and it would be a bilingual show. It's 100% English. This time round. It's happening next Wednesday, the 27th of March at the Apollo Theatre in Paris. You can get your tickets at paultaylorcomedy.com/tickets. And if you don't want to miss any of the other dates that I'm doing, sign up to my mailing list on my website because when I post a thing on social media saying, hey, here are the dates that I'm performing, no one sees it because it's not interesting content for your algorithm. I know by the statistics that about 10% of you see the dates that I post, and so the 90% of you don't even realize I'm performing. So go and sign up to my mailing list. I will only spam you with my dates, and we can chat. It's another way of us chatting as friends. So anyway, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to address the elephant in the room. Because I had no idea that there was a whole situation going on with Kate Middleton and a hashtag where is Kate. I had no idea. I don't care about the royal family. It was my friend Sarah that came up to me after a show we did last week together. And she goes up to me and she's like, oi, as an English person, what's going on with Kate Middleton? I'm like, what, you mean the photo that was photoshopped that she posted with her and her kids? What about it? And she's like, no, it's way deeper than that. She then spent an hour talking to me about conspiracy theories about where Kate Middleton is, and we haven't seen her in months. In photographs, she apparently went to the hospital. Her theory, or one of the theories that she's been reading about Kate Middleton, is she reckons that William has beaten her, properly. I was going to say abused. That's not the right word, is it? What's the word? Assaulted her, and they're trying to cover it up with all of this bullshit. So of course, like an idiot, I'm going, really? So then I started looking up, where is Kate? And fuck me, the minefield of conspiracy theories of what might have happened to her. So I thought it would be fun to talk about it and see what you guys think. Where is Kate Middleton? That's what. That's what I. Oh man, I can't. But I don't care about the royal family, but I love the drama. Who doesn't love the fucking drama? Anyway, cheers. Ollie P says she tried on the late Queen's crown and said, "I'm the Queen now, bitch." So they fed her to the corgis. Oh, I mean, it could have been that. It could have been that. Here's what I understand, right? Here's from what I've gathered, right? She went apparently for some surgery in January, right? To the hospital at the same time as King Charles had a cancer thing in the hospital, which is already weird, right? Anyway, the conspiracy theories are that she never made it into the hospital or out because no one has any photographic evidence of her going into the hospital or coming out. And like, apparently William visited her once. Charles visited her once. Her own mother or something like that only visited her once in the 2 weeks that she was in hospital. No one saw her getting in or coming out. And apparently the press, have been told, please respect our privacy while this happens. And for once, they're respecting it. That sounds a bit weird. So then anyway, no one's seen her come out. And then it all blew up when she posted a photo with her kids for Mother's Day where, like, the skirt of the daughter's all a bit weird. Apparently they're wearing the same clothes but different colours as in November. So there's some Photoshop going on there. It's hilarious. I fucking love it. So I don't know. Benoit Behrens, speaking about Guinness, while we wait for some of the conspiracy theories to arrive, he has his diploma for how to pour a Guinness. So do I, my friend. Not from a can, because it's not really, you don't pour Guinness from a can. But I went to the Guinness storehouse in Dublin, and they give you a little certificate to let you know that you know how to pour a Guinness. You pour it halfway, then you let it stop, and then you pour it again, up until a little bit before the thing, I think, and then you hit the button to get the foam in there. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Pierre Tullier. Salut Paul, est-ce vraiment toi qui m'as contacté sur Instagram pour venir au théâtre Châtelet en septembre? Yes, it was me, Pierre. You won 2 tickets to come and see me at the Théâtre du Châtelet on a night that we're doing with American Express. And there's a bunch of different comedians, and I had to choose some people at random who responded yes, and you're one of them. Send me your email so I can send it to the team so that they will give you the details of the show. It was not spam. Too many people thinking the spam. Irene at Francfort, the depression theory seems quite consistent for me for Kate. I don't know what that depression theory is. Irene, you're going to have to give me more information. She's depressed and that's it. Really? Is that? I mean, that could be right, because you know she's all smiley all the time, and my job is to smile and make people laugh. Sometimes I get a little bit depressed, if I'm honest with you. So today I couldn't be bothered doing this live, but you know what? I fucking pumped myself up. I listened to my pre-show music, Queen, Don't Stop Me Now, before we went live, and that is why I've got lots of energy. Woo! The Guinness helps as well. There were also a rumour on Twitter that Charles III died last night, but it seems bullshit. Bratislavat! No, I don't. I mean, the Queen died before anyone announced it, right? Let's face it, she died, and they had this whole thing in place. But you know, they were like, "Oh, the Queen is in a bad way," and they made us like watch 3 hours of BBC Live News for them at 6 p.m. to be like, wait for everyone to finish work, be in the pub, and be like, sorry, Queen's gone. And everyone was like, hey, cheers to that. Well, all of Ireland with their Guinness was like, fucking about fucking time that bitch fucked off out of here. Good riddance, you bastard. What was the phrase that we said earlier on? She gets better with the further away you are. I don't know. I can't remember the insult already. So we'll see. While we're waiting for some more, what's your favourite pub bars in Paris? Going to visit the city again this June with my mates and meet more mates there to get shit-faced à la Parisienne. I tell you what, one of my favourite English pubs is called the Bombardier. a Bombardier. I don't know how to pronounce it. Somebody let me know. But I tell you who'd be a better person to, because I don't go out anymore. I have a daughter, so I don't go out to pubs anymore. I go out and do my shows in Paris, and then on days that I'm off, I stay at home. So I don't know what the coolest places are anymore. You should go speak to my mate, Jay Swanson. He will know everything about it. Spar email. This is one of the things that's come up today that blew up. Catherine est allée à un magasin de produits de la ferme aujourd'hui. Or was it a decoy? So apparently she was spotted with her 3 kids in in a farm shop by a local guy in Windsor who spoke to the press and was like, oh, I've seen her. She's doing great. Who knows? Is there any photographic evidence? Is there fuck? Listen, if they were going to a shop, there's no way that she wouldn't be photographed. Anyway, no one's seen her. No one has seen her. It's hilarious. Oh, God. Anyway. Oh, she'd have been to the hospital. This is Irene Francfort back with a depression theory. Because of a deep depression, and she's still recovering, and the abdomen surgery is just a cover. Ooh, that's an interesting... Well, here's the thing, right? Didn't she go to hospital in January, and then they were already saying she will not resume any of her royal duties until at least after Easter, which is when? When is Easter? Is it in 2 weeks? It's in 2 weeks. It's fucking 13 days. And so how would they already know that? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Right, Pokraj Roy says Bombardier sounds hotter. Bombardier? Bombardier. I'm going with Bombardier, mate. Could members of the royal families be in hiding against terrorists? William wasn't able to attend that memorial. Oh, God! Ah, I love it. It's getting even deeper. I don't know. Also, who cares? Apparently, the entire world cares. Because it's one of the most biggest trending hashtags on Twitter. Where is Kate? You're like, what? When did this happen? So, Sarah, my American friend, by the way, who isn't even British, knew about this last Wednesday. When did we do our show? On Wednesday. She was like, so what do you think's going on with Kate? I'm like, what? Oh, God. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Control-Alt-Supprimer says, next time you lose yourself up in Grenoble, we have a nice Scottish brew pub. Nice. I like that. There is a Brew Dog pub in Paris, which is a Scottish brand of beer. And they do great pizza. So I had some pizza there with my mate Jay Swanson. Okay. Clodhar May Colbeck. That sounds like an Irish name. I heard a conspiracy that the royal family have forced her to have a hysterectomy so that if she leaves William, she can't have any more children. What? Fuck off. I mean, one, if she were to leave William and have some more children, so what? I guess it's bad for the royal family. I don't know. My wife told me that apparently he cheated on her during her pregnancy or something. I had no idea. Is this true? And who with? And why am I not aware of this? I love it. This is the problem of living in France over the past 15 years. My general knowledge of culture in the UK is gone to shit. I don't know who anyone on TV is. I don't know anything about the royal family anymore, unless it makes it to BBC News. I know nothing about film, radio, nothing. I don't know who the TV presenters are. I don't know anything about anyone now. So that's the problem. Do you know what I mean? Paul du Verger of the orchard. No, what's a verger in English? Verger, and it's an orchard, isn't it? Isn't that a berger? No, a berger is a shepherd. A verger is a person that collects apples. I don't know. It's an orchard. Anyway, Paul of the Orchard. Paul Orchard. Can you confirm that the King Charles is not dead, please? Because my classmates tell me that shit this afternoon. Mate, I can't confirm anything. I am no reliable source for anything else apart from total bollocks. So I don't know, my friend. I mean, what was the situation? We talked about this in one of the podcast a few months ago when he had cancer. And I was like, the poor guy, he's waited 75 years or whatever it is to become king. And then he gets cancer within 18 months of being king. You're like, oh, mate, give the guy a fucking break. Anita, speaking a language. Hi from Cornwall. Hello, French people. Can you tell me why Cornwall in French is Les Cornouailles and it's pluralized? I don't think I've had the answer to this question. As opposed to Cornwall, which is... Oh, we've had this. I think... Le mur de maïs, the corn wall. Why is it Les Cornouailles? Why is it in plural form? Look it up on Wikipedia right now and tell me in the comments, because I'm not going to look it up and have no one talking to you for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Right, Raquel Regal is in the house. Hello, Raquel. Good to see you. Buckingham Palace was forced to deny reports that King Charles died on Monday after Russian media ran wild with reports based on a dubious-looking announcement. Of course the Russians are involved! Didn't thingy-majig just get into another term on a rigged election again? Oh, mate. Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, I didn't even mention, this is... The reason why St. Patrick's Day is special for these lives and podcasts is that it's the 4th year. It's the 4th anniversary. I started doing... My first ever live on YouTube was St. Patrick's Day 2020, day 1 of lockdown in France when COVID hit. And I was like, I don't want to celebrate St. Patrick's on my own, like a loser at home. I want to celebrate it with you guys. So we did, that was my first live, which then turned into a daily live during lockdown, which was called, I can't even remember what it was called, Live at 5, because we went live at 5 p.m. and then it was live at 6, and then I just changed the name to Happy Hour, because I figured, it was 5, 6 p.m., it was happy hour. Then that turned into me doing a podcast with another person. It was a guest, a friend of mine that came to my studio in Paris because it was an excuse for them to get out of the house. So I did that for a year and a half, 2 years. And then as soon as I moved into this place, into this shed at the end of my garden that I redid into the studio, I started it again. There was a pause of about a year where I did nothing and came back. And it's now Monday Night Live every Monday night. So thank you for being here, all 152 of you as we speak. 151, someone's fucked off right now. They were bored listening to the history of the live. So thank you to the 3,000 to 4,000 people that watch these lives every week, and the 300 to 400 that listen to it as a podcast, audio only form. It's super fun. I enjoy these, and it's a really cool way of just maintaining contact with you guys, because, when I go and do my shows on stage, I go, you see me, I do the jokes, and then I fuck off, and then you go back home, and that's it. There's no continued, deeper relationship, and that's why I fucking love these lives. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? Pokeraj says, I wish I was part of those early lives where you were wild every other day. Yeah, it kept me sane, to be honest. It drove my wife completely crazy, and we almost got divorced because of that and many other things. So I'm glad that we pulled through, and we're here. This is it. Nancy Zarazua. Hello from Mexico. I can never see you live, I presume you meant, because here it's 2 p.m. and I'm usually working. Today it's holiday and I'm here. Hola Nancy, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien de México? Hombre, lo que pasa es que estamos aquí bebiendo un Guinness, celebrando el St. Patrick's. Bridget Leonard said there was never a pause of a year. There was. There was a definite pause after Happy Hour finished, and I started doing these from my house. I think it was I did one, and by a pause of a year, I mean constantly, in the sense that I wasn't doing it weekly, right? Do you know what I mean? AW It meant so much to have your live during lockdown in 2020. I ended up with long COVID in 2020, so needed some laughter. Well, AW, I'm so glad I could bring you some laughter. Me talking a lot of bollocks. Yeah, man. What else? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I tell you what's very funny about that Bratislavat. That's almost. I was trying to get Spanish friends of mine when I used to work in Spain for Apple, and my fellow colleagues would always I would try and get them, my Spanish colleagues, to properly say, do you know what I mean? As in, est-ce que tu sais ce que je veux dire? Do you know what I mean? But the way we pronounce it in British English, do you know what I mean? And so I would try and spell it out for them on a piece of paper. And I think I came up with something similar to what you came up. It was, do you know what I... Wait, do you know? I've got to type it out. Do you know? Do you know why? And that has to have the Spanish accent on the E. That's how I would spell it for them in the comments. I'll put it on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And the amount of fun that we had out at restaurants after our training sessions. Be like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Hombre, ¿cómo coño por... Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Right. We've completely gone away from Kate, and who cares, right? Because she's another woman. Yeah, she's famous. So what? Who cares? No one cares about what Miley Cyrus is doing right now, do we? Do we? Why is it Kate? Oh, God. Anyway. You knock. You don't speak in French anymore. Knock. I mean, I do speak French, but not, during the lives, I prefer the live to be one language, and I tell you why. Because YouTube does automatic subtitles, right? And the problem is, if I speak French during this live, YouTube will automatically subtitle the English parts. But then if I start speaking French, like maintenant que je commence à parler en français, le sous-titrage automatique va pas savoir qu'est-ce qui se passe, right? The subtitling won't know what's going on, and it will just come up with bollocks. You can even try this if you watch this after the live, like 2 days afterwards, the time that it takes probably YouTube to process the subtitles. I wonder what it comes up with. Leave it in the comments if you're watching this in 3 days' time, like on March the 20th or something. So yeah, I think it's more accessible for French people if they're listening to me and they can put the French automatic translated subtitles. They won't be perfect, but they'll be better than if I'm bilingually going. I'll keep the bilingual stuff for when we do proper subtitles and it's not live. Do you know what I mean? That makes sense, right? Bratislava. We know what Miley Cyrus is doing. She's buying herself flowers. Again, why do I do comedy? You guys are funnier than me. Pierre, tu lises des conseils de natif pour approfondir mon anglais. How do I get better in English? To approfondir. To make deeper my English. To deepen my level of English. I don't even know what approfondir is in English, Pierre. So don't get your English learning language tips from me. It's a good question. Outside of using language learning apps on your phone, the best way has to be speaking to people. Like watching this is helping you. If you're watching this in French as a French learner, because your name is Pierre Tulliez. Anyway, I presume you're French and you're trying to get better at English, which is why you've asked the question in... Shut up, Paul. You're a fucking idiot. You can watch content subtitled, but the best way to do it is to find somebody that's an English speaker and speak to them, right? That's what you need to... Do you know what, Pierre? Pierre, if you're up for it, If you're up for it, you can join the live and we'll chat now. Do you want to chat now? I'll practice. You can practice your English right now in front of 175 people that are now watching this. I will give you the link to join up the live, and then we can practice. Although I don't have my headphones with me, so I probably won't be able to do this. But Pierre, that's what you got to do. You got to practice with English speakers. That's what's going to happen. The K-Man asks, is there a French word for bollocks? Because I said it a minute ago. Bollocks. Yeah, I mean, techniquement, it's les couilles. But in the context that we use it most in English, which is, like, bollocks, as in, it's like merde. You know, you'd be like, bollocks, I forgot to send an email. Merde, j'ai oublié d'envoyer un email. Or, if you're talking bollocks, ouais, tu racontes de la merde. It could be also merde. What else could we, if you give somebody a bollocking, you can get a bollocking. Like, you know, I gave my daughter a bollocking the other day for jumping up and down on the sofa. Now, that might sound dodgy, as in I gave my daughter a bollocking. What, you took your balls out and slapped her across the... No, a bollocking just means telling off. You shouted at somebody. My mum gave me a bollocking. She shouted at me. She told me off. Whatever that word is in French. I don't know what the equivalent of that would be in French, to be honest with you. Because the K-Man is asking, my 3-year-old bilingual son keeps saying bollocks. That's because you keep saying bollocks, K-Man. He's not just inventing it out of nowhere, is he? Where's Pierre? Is Pierre... I don't know where Pierre is gone. He's disappeared. Les burnes. Exact. That's a great word for bollocks, right? Les burnes. Or as English people would say, the burns. What are you burning bollocks for, mate? Do you know what I mean? I don't understand. The K-Man is exposing their kid to Paul's live streams. Probably. Yeah, that's probably exactly what's happening. Raquel Regal says, watch TV series, English with English subtitles, and sing songs with the proper lyrics. That's how you do it. I love it. Yeah, TV series. What's great now with Netflix, Amazon, and company, Disney, is you can have you can watch English films in all of the languages that you want, with all of the subtitles that you want, which is great. So if you're used to watching, you know, a film in French, VF, in version française, then you can now watch it in VO pretty easily, and then you can put the French subtitles, but then you can also change it once you're more comfortable and then put the English subtitles. And then level 200 of language learning is you turn the subtitles off and you can understand. But I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of films and TV shows now that I watch as an English speaker that I still have to put the subtitles on because the sound engineering is so complex that it's difficult to hear the voices of the people sometimes or what they're actually saying. Do you know what I mean? Alexandre B says, I was looking for something about Kate on BBC website. Back to Kate! And found something even more concerning. Today they posted this article, why the Olympic visitors should stay in the Paris suburbs this summer. I don't know why that's concerning, but there's many reasons why. One, the Paris suburbs are not very far away. I live in one of them, and I'm literally mostly a 45-minute journey door to door to anywhere decent in Paris. If it's not 30 minutes, I'm 15-minute walk from the metro, and then the metro's another 15 minutes into somewhere like République, which is pretty central, and there's a lot of things going on. So it's not, the suburbs are not as far away as they are in London or other big cities. Number two, it's going to be cheaper. Number three, half of the city's not going to be like, what's the word? Fucking security controlled. I think there's going to be a lot of security checkpoints in and around the areas where there are events happening, like the Eiffel Tower, Trocadero, and some of the stadiums and arenas. So it's not too concerning. I think Paris is going to be empty, like it is every year. Here's the thing. Everyone's like, the Parisians are going to leave during the Olympics. Dickhead, they leave every fucking August anyway to go down to the south of France, or they go on holiday. Most of Paris is empty in August anyway. So now it's going to be even more empty because the people that might have stayed are probably not going to stay. And it's going to be like London during the Olympics. It's going to be the best time ever. I'm so excited to still be here. I'm hoping at some point a TV channel is going to come up to me and be like, "Oi, you speak French, you speak English. Let's do something for the Olympics." And I'll go out as a man on the street with a microphone and I'll test foreigners' levels of French and French levels of English. I think that would be amazing. No? Come on! Hit like if you agree. Lauren Lanham. Oh, Lauren Lanham's back in the house. Hello, Lauren Lanham. It's been a long time since I've seen you on the live. And you can get yourself an English Mr. or Mrs. Mix. Because then you get to practice with the person. Because, let's face it, an English partner will not speak French as good as... Well, I mean, I say that. In my case, I'm talking complete bollocks. There we go. Bollocks is back. Because I speak better French than my wife speaks English. So I'm not a good example. But in every other bilingual couple that I know, and I know about 5 of them, it's all the French people that end up speaking English to the English speakers, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I think you should take a shot every time I say, do you know what I mean, or bollocks in this live. It's too late. We're fucking halfway through it. K-Man, French people love singing English songs without knowing what the words actually mean. It's like me singing Numa Numa. You know what? My daughter loves that song. Numa Numa Numa, yeah. La 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 la. Is that Romanian or Bulgarian? I can't remember. I think it's Romanian. Anyway, I've always found it funny. It's called chanter en yaourt, to sing like a yogurt. Yogurt singing, I guess because it's just like... English speakers do that as well, to be honest with you. What I do find interesting is how French people, when they sing English songs, they have a decent accent, right? They're pretty good at imitating the accent. However, when they just say the words outright without singing them, they go back to their very, you know what I mean? I used to make a joke about this with my wife, where she would sing like a song like, Can You Feel the Love Tonight by Elton John, being like, can you feel the love tonight? And then I'd ask her what's the title of the song? And she'd be like, can you feel the love tonight? Like, but you just sang it in an American accent. Why can't you just speak it? Why are you going back? You can make the noises, apparently, of the American accent. So why can't you make the noises when you're speaking? What is it about singing that allows you to sing it in an American accent? Hombre. Killian speaks. Killian says, Raquel, I've been doing those things my entire life, but I still can't understand a word Paul is saying. Oh, shit. I love it. Never mind the bollocks. The Sex Pistols album, that's a good example of the word bollocks. Shot. Can be translated by on s'en bat les couilles. Yeah, kind of. On s'en bat les couilles is more like, I don't give a shit. Never mind the bollocks is more like, never mind the bollocks that's going on in the world, or the bollocks that the media are telling you it's all fake. Like, never mind all that bollocks, I think, right? Genre, prête pas attention à la merde. I don't know. Oh. Sparring Mail, how is the marathon training going? Thanks for asking. It's going well. I'm running 3 days a week. Still, I was supposed to go this morning, but I couldn't. I wasn't in the mood. After St. Patrick's Day yesterday with my best friend Dimitri and his girlfriend, they've come over from London to visit us, and we had a little bit of a St. Patrick's get-together brunch yesterday, which ended at 1 a.m. So I wasn't up for running this morning, but I'll go back running tomorrow. 3 days a week is what I'm doing. And then starting in 2 weeks, then it'll be probably up to 5 days a week running. and plus a couple of like workout fucking muscle training things. Can you tell I've never worked out in my life? What else have we got? How's Dimitri? He's great. I don't know where he is right now. He's not at home. Oh, I might have had some text messages from him. Nope, not even. I don't know. He's in town with his girlfriend. I saw them this morning, and then they went. We were working all day, so they were out visiting the opera. But he's doing great. He needs to buy a new hat, but apart from that, he's doing great. Carlos Camejo says your workout is walking around Paris. It kind of is. Or cycling to Paris. Cycling to and from Paris. I can't wait for all these bike lanes to be finished and all of the traffic to stop being a nightmare in this city. It just wears you down. It's not ready. It's not ready. It'll be ready. And when it is, it'll be pretty good. But then the problem is there's going to be too many people on bikes. There's too many people in this city. Full stop. So, only the real ones, though, will bike when it's winter in their rain outfits and things like that. So, yeah, it's... Ollie P, it's a great question. Will you bring your Paul Taylor and Friends show to London or anywhere in the UK? Maybe. You know what? I would really love to. So we're doing Paul Taylor and Friends, as I said, on the 27th of March in Paris. And we are going to see how it goes. If it goes well, I'm going to do it every month. That is the plan. April, May, June, maybe July during the Olympics. And then, depending on how it goes, then I might bring it to other cities in France or around, well, probably not around the world. London is probably the furthest we'll go just because it's not only me doing the show, right? It's me and 3 other comedians and they all have to be paid. And if they all have to be paid on stage, they also have to be get their train tickets paid for and although their hotel paid for and their food paid for. So that is quite a lot of budget money that comes out of the thing. And so it's difficult to do that in a room of less than 500 people and make any money at all. So it would be tight, but I would like to do it. Not to make any money, but just to, even if we broke even, but we were guaranteed to have a few hundred people come out. However, I don't want to do it in London yet because I'm working on my new English-only show, which I think I found a title for. And I'm going to start doing work in progress, rodage, in London. So I don't want to be in competition with myself. Do you know what I mean? There's no point. Do you know what I mean? In being in competition with a show where there's multiple comedians and then my 1 hour test rodage show. So I have to figure out the timing of those things. But I would love to do that. I would also love to come to Edinburgh, AW. That is potentially part of the plan this year, is to maybe get a couple of dates in Edinburgh during the festival in August. I'm running the marathon, the Olympic marathon on the 10th of August, which is the last day of the Olympics, or the day before the last day of the Olympics. I'm starting the marathon on the 10th. It will finish on the 11th, which is the last day of the Olympics. I think it's the last day. Anyway, so I'm going to miss the beginning part of the festival, but I would like to bring the show to Edinburgh. That would be exciting. Scary, but exciting. So we'll see. We will see what is going on. Xeraz, où est-ce que t'as appris le français? C'est un mélange, mon ami. C'est un mélange entre plusieurs endroits. Where did I learn my French? In the timeline of in the timeline. I'm going to go by order of importance. Paris. I've been here for 15 years. That's number 1 in the list of important. That's where I've learned most of my French. Number 2 is through my studies at university and school, and all of my whole education was I was studying French. And the third importance, but it's linked to kind of the top importance. My accent comes from when I was a kid. I spent 5 years in France when I was a child. Most of those in an international school. So my level of French wasn't good, but my accent was good because I was surrounded by French and my ear got used to being able to imitate different accents. So I hope that helps you answer. There you go. There you go. It's not an easy, and I'm still learning it every day. What was the word I learned the other day? I can't remember what it was. Edinburgh sounds exciting. Yeah, Edinburgh should be exciting. Christelle Bourgeois, est-ce que t'as pas peur de perdre une partie de ton public français avec un show 100% en anglais? Am I not worried about losing part of my French audience with a show 100% in English? No, Christelle. And the reason being is that the people that came to see my bilingual shows over the past 8 years, which are Franglais, So British ou Presque, and Bisous Bye, they understood half of that show. So if they understood half of a show, they'll understand 100% of a show. Do you know what I mean? And if they don't, then maybe I will. But for me, it was more important to try and reach more French people abroad, because there are so many French people abroad and they all speak English, mostly, unless they live in, I don't know, give me an example, Paul, like Barcelona, because they speak Spanish there instead of English. But they still speak better English than the people of Saint-Pierre-sur-Dive. So, yeah, there might be a period of time where I'm also not going to be doing the show in France for a while. Like, it's not, I'm going to start doing some work in progress in London. Then the plan is maybe Edinburgh if we do the festival. And then it's like a UK European tour, maybe the US, maybe Canada, Australia. It's not a lot of France for this English only show for now, until I kind of get it up and running and see what it's like. But then one day I'm going to do a French only show for all of the French speakers who live in France and Belgium and Luxembourg. But even the French people that live in Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland, their English is great. So they understand the show. One of my best shows last year was in Luxembourg and Brussels. So it's a great question. We'll wait and see. Do you know what I mean? What else? Keelan speaks, I googled Paul Taylor tour dates and Paul Taylor Dance Company came up. My goal in life is to be more famous than Paul Taylor's dance company, which is probably not going to happen. But yeah, when you type in Paul Taylor, you got to type in Paul Taylor Comedy, which is why all my social media is Paul Taylor Comedy. My website is Paul Taylor Comedy, because there's too many fucking Paul Taylors in life. And so, fortunately, Paul Taylor is a name for like a star, right? You see, Paul Taylor, it works on a poster as an actor, comedian, musician. It works, Paul Taylor. Unfortunately, it's such a common name that too many people have it. Southeast Red Becky, maybe. If it's Southeast England, oh, sorry. Where is your English accent from? Southeast somewhere. Yeah, it's a generic Southeast English accent, Red Becky. I spent most of my time in England in that part of England. So London, and then Canterbury, and then Folkestone, which is also in the southeast. So my English accent mostly comes from the southeast of England. Sorry, I thought you meant am I doing shows in the southeast of England? And maybe one day I will do a show. Here's my goal, is to, with the English only show, is to have a successful show in my hometown theatre called the Marlow Theatre in Canterbury. Marlow Theatre, Canterbury. Canterbury, quoi. Capacity, that's what I was looking for on my computer. Oh, 1,200 people. Ooh, that is a lot more than I thought. I thought it was going to be about 600. 600. Oh, God. 1,200. You know who's coming up there now? Rob Brydon. He's performing in 2 days. And Simon Brodkin. Oh, come on. They've got some great shows coming up in the next couple of days at the Marlow Theatre in Canterbury. Bluey, my daughter would love that. Full Monty, come on. Frankie Boyle as well, Jesus. All right, so that's my goal. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. My goal for my English-only show is to be able to do Canterbury, my hometown, and have a successful show there. So we shall see. Carlos Camejo, speaking of dancing, maybe we'll get you on Strictly Come Dancing eventually. Oh, God. Danse avec les stars. I am talented at many things. Dancing is not one of them, which I guess is the whole point of the show, right? I really don't know how to dance. Like, I have no rhythm at all when it comes to dancing. I can do a bit of drumming. I did some drumming when I was 15 for a couple of years. Drum kit. I can keep in rhythm mostly. But listen, moving my legs and my arms and my neck and my shoulders all together is... I look like a turtle trying to get up the right way around. That's what I look like on the dance floor. So maybe, I don't know. I've never watched Dancing with the Stars or Strictly Come Dancing, whatever it's called in the country that you live in. But maybe that's part of the whole thing. What else? Some French linguist recently claimed that English doesn't exist. According to him, English is just badly pronounced French. That's very good. So why do you steal so many fucking English words then? Huh, France? Riddle me that one! I need to start doing those videos again, don't I? What else have we got? Yeah, I tell you what we do have is some terrible translations, ladies and gentlemen. It is 10 to 10. So we've got some time to do terrible translations for those of you who may not have watched this live or this podcast ever before or listened to it. Well, welcome to the part of the show where you send me your terrible translations that you find out and about to my email address, which is terribletranslationsftw, as in the acronym for fuck the wall, which is what this, or for the win, which is what this podcast used to be called. terribletranslationsftw@gmail.com, and we go through them. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a few. We've got 7 to go through this week, starting with the wonderful legend that is Maxime Boutet, who did a lot of subtitles for me when I was doing my original Happy Hour. So shout out to Maxime Boutet. How do I get this on? There we go. Right. Will I Am. Trouvé quelque part sur les internets. Oh no. Hold on. So this is a screenshot from a French TV channel called D17, which is now called C'est Star. That is the channel, D17. And I guess it's an interview with Will I Am, and in the in the part at the bottom left, the titles when he starts speaking, and it'll say, Will I Am, and it says chanteur et rappeur, right? Singer and rapper. Will je suis, literally translated to Will I Am. Oh Jesus, that is unbelievable. Will Jesus, Will je suis. Oh, it's too good. Thanks, Maxime Boutet. Let's have a look at Baptiste Degas. Hi, Paul. What I'm sending is not a terrible translation, so why are you sending it? But a misinterpretation of something I was searching on the web. And it's about you, really. In fact, I was searching on the results if I type Paul Taylor on Billet Réduc website, which is a ticketing website. The first result is not a future show from you. The first result is not a previous show from you. The first result is... ... a dance company, a show. Paul Taylor Dance Company. Bah alors, Paul, you hide something from your past? I'll make sure you're hired for the next season. Oh, It's Bratislava, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like this is perfect timing. Paul Taylor, Les étés de danse Paul Taylor, non disponible. There you go. Oh, from 2012. I mean, that was before he died. The actual Paul Taylor from the dance company. Yeah, man. Les étés de danse avec Paul Taylor. Good work. Love it. Thanks, Bratislava. Irene Francfort is back. Hi, Paul. Well, it's not a bad translation, but I had a good laugh, so I wanted to share. Instagram. Let's go. Oh, it's a reel. Hold on. Oh, no. We're not going to hear it. Oh, okay. It's the meme where people are traveling and the weather is shit, and there's a voiceover that says, I think we can play it, because it's, hold on. I don't know. Can I, wait, is that the actual thing? I don't know if anyone else's Instagram has been doing funny things. Oh, no, okay, so it's a different thing. The best Indian English accent commentator ever. Okay, the best Indian English accent... Okay, and now we have to listen to this. Let me delete Instagram. Let me unmute my iPhone. Let me play through the sound of the iPhone. And let me put... You can hear it, we can all hear it. Right, are we ready for this? Let's go.
And what a game here as Johnson kicks towards the goal, and oh my God, Singh makes a fantastic save. But I believe he hit his nuts on the goalpost. He is down. Let us have a closer look at instant replay. Not only just self-sacrifice on this play, but sacrificing future generations as well. Obviously going all out for his team, saving the ball right here, but also losing two on the play, putting his balls on the line. Let us have a moment of silence for this man's fallen brothers. As you see right here, he got to the ball and so did the goalpost. Not only taking one for the team, he took two. Talk about going balls out for a play. With that being said, I would like to take this time to recommend you all to see the Nutcracker movie coming out this winter. Wow, this game is...
I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to get copyrighted, probably. But, very funny, obviously pre-prepared. Oh, that's great. Talking about bollocks, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Perfect. Thank you for sharing the reel. I don't know. We'll see if YouTube likes that or not. It probably won't. Alexandra Harris. Hello, Alexandra Harris. I was in Galeries Lafayette earlier and saw this message in French and then translated into English underneath. Uh-oh. I appreciate the effort, but this message appears multiple times all over the store. Love the show. Alexandra Harris says. Galeries Lafayette vous souhaite un bon shopping en magasin. Okay? There's some English in that phrase. I'm not even going to read the English first. I'm going to translate it. The Galeries Lafayette wishes you a great shopping day, whatever. I don't know. What does it say? Galeries Lafayette wish you a good shopping in the store. A good shopping in the store. Oh, come on, guys. Come on! They hire people. Jesus, come on. No. First of all, it's Galeries Lafayette wishes you. Oh, now that's the contentious bit. Is it wish or wishes? Because technically, Galeries Lafayette is plural because it's multiple galleries. You would say the galleries wish you. But I feel like Galeries Lafayette is a common noun. So, for example, I don't know. That's debatable. What isn't debatable is a good shopping in the store. No. A good shopping in the store. No. You couldn't even say good shopping. Wishes you good shopping in the store. No. Wishes you an enjoyable shop in the store. Wishing it. I mean, what would be a better translation for that, really? Galeries Lafayette wishes you a good time in the store. That's what I would say. Because what if you're not shopping? What if you're just, looking at stuff? A proper noun. Sorry, not a common noun. Thanks, Pokraj. Un nom propre is the French translation for that. A common noun. No, a proper noun. Un nom commun. Shut up. Doesn't matter. Les Galeries Lafayette is a single entity, so wishes. That's what I would go for, Ollie. I would say the Galeries Lafayette wish you. The Galeries Lafayette wishes you. Yeah, I would say wishes. Call Luke to help you answer that. It's 10 p.m. He's just had a baby. I'm not going to call him. A good shopping experience. Claire Angelina For the win! Come on! That is what we're going with. Gallery Lafayette wishes you or wish you. We've got to get the wishes and wishing. Wishes, a good shopping experience in the store. A good shopping experience in the store. We're going for that. Lauren Lanham says Galeries Lafayette is a shopping centre, which is it wishes you. Les Galeries Lafayette, the galleries, yeah, I agree. My initial instinct when I read it was that the wish should be wishes. This is a complicated thing with English, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. I think both could be fine, to be honest. La direction vous propose un bon shopping en magasin. Ouais. La direction, yeah, exactly. I hate it when French people, like, la direction vous informe. The director's team, shut up. Right, that was a great one. A nice little English debate there. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, what else have we got? We got Jodie Morgan, who says, not my photo, but I saw it online and had to share. The future is dangerous. Don't go any further, please. Oh, that is great. The future is dangerous. Don't go any further, please. For context, hold on, there's some more context here. For more context, terrible translation. Beyond this point, yeah, that's, I mean, I was going to say, it's Hotel Balmoral as well. I was thinking it made sense to me. It looks like it's outdoors, like, don't go any further, it's dangerous. The path ahead, beyond this point, from now on, after this, in the future. I hope the sign didn't mean the same. I mean, that is a great sign. To be fair to the Balmoral Hotel in Japan, is this in Japan? It looks like Japan. Then the future is dangerous. Don't go any further, please. Just stay in your house. Just don't go any further. It's fucking dangerous. Great one. Maher Ahamane is back. Hey, Paul. This one is taken by a friend of mine on the streets in the one and only Damascus. We're back in Damascus, ladies and gentlemen. Same word in Arabic for two different meanings in English. Pharmacy, situation. What? Pharmacy, situation. The same word in Arabic for two different meanings in English. Okay, so pharmacy and situation is the same word, is it, Maher, in Arabic? Is that what that means? I'm confused. But anyway, pharmacy in Arabic reminds me of an internet video. I think it's Freddy Gladieux, who's a French guy who spotted a pharmacy in France with the P. The light from the P was not working. So it was pharmacy with an H. And he was making the joke of like, all these Arabs coming to France. It's not the pharmacie, it's le pharmacie. Like, what are we going to change? We're changing everything to accommodate for the Arabs, and now they're taking pharmacies. It's not the pharmacie, it's the pharmacy. It was very funny, a hilarious situation. Maher, it's the parking. The parking means situation, does it? I'm still confused. Anyway, that's a good one. The best ones come from Maher. Right, next one. Let's go. We have got Emmy, mussels from Chile. Hi, Paul. The box of Chilean mussels is delicious, while its French translation is probably equally delicious. Love the inconsistent use of articles, and I don't know why it says extracto de ajo only in the Spanish version. There's actually a ton of real garlic inside. Let's have a look. Right, mussels, cooked and frozen in white wine sauce. That sounds delicious for people who like mussels. It sounds revolting to me. Moule, cuite et surgelée en sauce au vin blanc. Okay. Mejillones cocidos y congelados en salsa de vino blanco. Okay. So far, that's making sense. Let's look at the ingredients. Chilean mussels. I didn't know that was a thing, by the way. Sunflower oil without antioxidant butter. Without antioxidant, butter, white wine, onion, parsley, sugar, garlic, tocopherols. What the hell are tocopherols? Ingrédients, moule au chili, I mean, that's not the correct translation to start with. Mulo is chili mussels, mussels with chili in them, not mussels from Chile. I presume huile de tournesol sans antioxydants, le beurre, vin blanc, l'oignon, le persil, le sucre, l'ail, toco. Okay. And in Spanish, ingredientes mejillones chilenos, aceite de maravilla. Is that what sunflower is called? Is it maravilla? Mantequilla, vino blanco, cebolla, perejil. I've never heard. Oh, parsley, azúcar, extracto de ajo. Okay, so they're going with extract of. Yeah, weird. Okay, I'm reading the rest of it. Looks alright. Okay, I mean. The mulo chili. That sounds more. I would eat that more than Chilean mussels. It's great. Raquel's doing a conspiracy theory that Paul Taylor is dead. Oh, and this is pre-recorded. Oh. Do we have any more emails? No, we don't. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Terrible translations for the week. Again, if you find any of these, let's not do videos. Let's do photos only, just in case I get the copyright. The YouTube's a pain in the ass with it. Although, technically, it's fair use because I'm commentating on it, but then it just gives me a whole extra layer of admin to have to deal with. But you can send me your terrible translations to terribletranslationsftw@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen. Right. Listen. 10 p.m. Thank you for being here. Patreon. The people that follow me on Patreon, I'm not around for the next hour. Normally, every week I do a Patreon extra hour where we get really deep, really intimate, because instead of being 150 odd people, it's like 20. And we talk about everything and anything behind the scenes of my life as a comedian. But this week, I have guests in my house, and I'm going to go see them. So we'll do it next week, I think. I think I'm around next week. I haven't heard back from a potential show that I might be going to see, but I will let you know, of course. Thank you for being here, watching me talk bollocks for an hour. It's so much fun doing this. So thank you for being here. Cheers. Final little gulp of Guinness. I'll see you next week. And come and see Paul Taylor and Friends on March 27th at the Apollo Theatre. It's going to be in English. I've got 3 of my funniest English comedian friends that I know on the show, and it's going to be great. Cheers, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and hopefully we find out what's happening with Kate Middleton between now and next week so we can update the wonderful world. All right, everyone, see you later. Bisous, bye.